decipher that and figure out how to beat your adversary.
You can see how sharp Ward is. After he got stunned early in the fight, in the second round, he was not nearly as sharp, but he still did enough. I think he lost the second, Kost lost the second round just as he didn't do enough. That's what his corner indicated too. But right now, Ward is as sharp as he's been the whole fight. He rocks Kost again.
Well, Kost is showing his toughness. I never really wanted to show my toughness. I wanted to show my opponent's toughness in those fights.
Or lack of.
Andre Ward, you know, he's been hit early in this fight. As a young fighter, you need to test yourself. And part of that testing is what happens to me when I get hit. It took him a couple of rounds to work through the confusion, to clear the cobwebs, to straighten it out. Stop. And for that, he'll know, oh, I need to be careful.
Absolutely.
I need to be more cautious.
Absolutely.
It's funny now that I'm an old man, I can say this. When you talk to young people, sometimes you can talk to them till you're blue in the face, and they don't understand until they get hit.
Well, and the simple fact is, you know, it's better to get hit now against, and I don't mean to belittle Kenny Kost when I say this, but it's better to be hit by Kenny Kost than it is to get up to a level where you haven't been hit. Now you're fighting somebody who really can bring it, and all of a sudden you get hit for the first time and don't know what to do.
And they explode like they should do at that level. Kenny Kost, he should have exploded right after he hurt Andre, but he did not. He didn't have the experience. You know, we're talking about Kost. He's also a young fighter. Only 7 fights. This is his eighth pro fight. He's got some things that he can work on as well. There he can learn from this. A double left hook. You know what? That left hook is kind of neat. It's one to the head and then one to the body. Most boxers throw one to the body and then one to the head.
I think Kenny Kost actually is a tougher opponent than most guys get in their second professional fight. And I think that's good. I don't think you want a series of cupcakes. So Ward's going to finish this with a flourish. And to Kenny Kost's credit, he's going to finish it on his feet.
He's going to hang in there. Show that he's tough.
10 seconds left in this one. There will not be a knockout, because remember, in California, you can be saved by the bell in the 10th round. And that's it. And Andre Ward, I'm quite certain. And there's his wife, Tiffany. And Tiffany, of course, if not his greatest fan, certainly one of his greatest fans. His 2 children, Malachi and Andre Jr., are not in attendance, although they are here in Fresno. And there is the face of a game opponent right there. Kenny Kost came down from Minnesota. Hadn't seen anybody the likes of Andre Ward. Ward busted him up pretty good. He did have his moment, however, Kenny Kost, but to Andre Ward's credit, he got through that moment, and I think all will be well. Here's Chris Rose. Chris?
All right, thank you very much, Barry. Of course, we will await the judge's decision, but make sure you don't change the channel, because we have the WBC Super Bantamweight Champion of the world, Oscar Larios, taking on Wayne McCullough. That's our featured bout. But of course, we will await this decision between Andre Ward and Kenny Kost. It's coming your way right after this.
The best damn sports show, period, on FSN is brought to you by Warner Brothers' new motion picture, Constantine, in theaters Friday, February 18th.
Andre Ward's second professional fight has gone the distance against Kenny Kost for a decision from the judges. Let's go to the center of the ring and Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Jack Campbell scores about 60-54. Judges Ralph McKnight and Abe Belardo both scored about 59-55. All 3 in favor of the winner, and still undefeated, Andre Ward.
So Andre Ward improves to 2-0 as a professional with a unanimous decision over Kenny Kost. Right now, let's send it ringside into the middle of the ring with Sean O'Grady.
Thanks, Chris. Andre Ward, congratulations. How did it feel, your second professional fight?
first of all, I want to give God the strength. I mean, the glory for giving me the strength to do what I did tonight. Without him, it wouldn't have been possible.
How did this feel, your second professional fight? Any different from your first?
It felt great. I mean, this is the 6th round. I only won a round and a half my first fight, so I definitely learned a lot. As you saw in the second round, I got caught with a shot, and I don't think I'm supposed to be getting hit with those shots, so I had to come on back and do what I had to do.
I know you learned a lot in this fight as we take a look at some of the action. You know, you got hit at the end of the first round. In the second round, it looked as though you were kind of clearing the cobwebs. I still thought you won the second, but what were you thinking?
I just wanted to get him back. You know, that's the type of guy, and if you hit me, I'm going to double back up, and I'm going to come get it back and some. So that's what I wanted to do, but I know I had 6 rounds, so I just took my time, and I used my jab. And when you got a guy like Kenny Cross who's very tough, you don't try to knock him out. You just try to beat him up, and that's what I did.
I was hoping you would learn something tonight. What did you learn?
To not go to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, that's for sure.
You talked to me today about the focus, and you got that tonight. You got an example of why it's so important.
Definitely, and that's what I was talking about when I told you earlier about learning on the job, and I learned something valuable tonight.
All right, Andre Ward, he gets the victory tonight. He gets some experience. A good night for Andre. How about that, Chris?
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.